Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Elizabeth with Willow Tarot. Beltane Oracle. I have been reading with this and I'm really enjoying it, I was pulling from several cards last night from the deck to read with. I was reading with them in my Friday night gathering where readers of all modalities come together and read for each other. If you are just observing, you are welcome. You will still get a reading. So if you'd like to check out Willow Root Tarot and Dallas Tarot Club on Meetup, you'll find me there. And all of my events are free. I'm actually teaching a beginner tarot class this morning at 10 a.m. CST. All right, guys, let's see what we get. This is an interesting one. I was shuffling when I was listening to a message that a friend left. And then shuffling when I was talking to you just now about my events, my groups. All of this is part of the energy of the message. So I'm always very curious to see what card I pull. How will it flow with what I've been saying? Or will it? Maybe it'll pick up on some small nuance of what I've been saying and bring that forward. Or nothing at all. But I tend to find connections. All right, let's see. This is such a fun deck. I just started with it May 1st. All right, the card today. Oh, I was looking at this one yesterday. I didn't pull it. There's one card in here called Fae. I'm very excited about pulling that one. This one is called Vision. And Vision is card 43. And on the card itself, it says, "To find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you." To find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. All right, guys. Super cute, too. We've got 3 people on the top. They look human. They're human, pretty much. And then, where's my wand? And then down here, these gorgeous, gorgeous beings with flowers. So, some sort of plant spirit. Not sure. If you guys know, give me a shout. Let's see what the card says. Actually, I want to take another quick look. Is this the middle oh, no. There is much more here. These are representations of the Norn, the Sisters of the Weird, the Fates. They're holding a thread, and there's this idea of thread of time. Like you can cut the thread. She's holding a pair of scissors. She may be ending a life or sewing together 2 threads to create something entirely new. So let's see what we have. The second person up close with Elizabeth. The second person is holding the thread. Where's her other hand? Hold on. Okay, now check it out. One hand is touching the head of this entity, as above, so below, going down. The second hand, as above, is holding a light aloft in the shape of a star. This is so reminiscent of the hermit who holds aloft a lantern with the star inside. Yes, the major arcana, the star, is inside the lantern of the major arcana, the hermit. She's holding this same idea aloft. And this is the year of the hermit, and we're offered vision. And the first, she holds the thread itself, the origin story. She doesn't necessarily create it, but she gives it space to process and grow. But they work together. No single one could do this alone. They're the 3 sisters. The trifecta is found often: Maiden, Mother, Crone, Holy Spirit, Father and Son, for a Christian reference. We have in Norse mythology the Weird, W-Y-R-D, the Norn, weave the fate of men, of humanity. Not necessarily those dangling, but the actual humanity itself, which is found in the rune Manaz. I'm going to look here and see. you know, in the actual, what it says at the bottom of the card, I'm just going to pick that up. To find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. And I went, and what did I do? I picked up the card. Rather, I put the card down, and I went to go read from the book and stopped and looked at the card and got a whole nother, just got a message right there. I was shuffling the cards and saying, I wonder what is going to be reflected in what I said. What will I find in the card? Now I'm actually looking at the card itself, which is a really fun part in a reading. However, if you pull a card and you're like, go into the guidebook, go to the guidebook. Don't even look at the card. You do what you are drawn to do. You do it the way that you want to do it, the way that you feel comfortable doing it. That's the really important part in my world, is comfort. If I am uncomfortable, there's a very good possibility I will not do as well as if I were comfortable. Seeking comfort is something that I do often, and I find that with that simplicity comes with that. It's possible. It's not that I always achieve it, but when I do pat myself on the back. And that's personal, however it feels, however comfort feels to you, whatever feels simple to you. You know, you may have just as much on your plate, but you tackle it a day ahead of time, and that's simple to you. I may take that plate, smash it into bits, throw it away, go back out to the garbage can, take it out, grind it up, bury it, then take a blowtorch to the earth that it's in, just to make sure we're covered. And that would be simple to me. So let's put this card back down. This is a very interesting card. Okay, I just want to point something else out too. The first, I'm going to call them sisters, is also representing the as above, so below. You can find this first in the Magician card. The person who the quote is attributed to, which is much longer than as above, so below, I do not recall their name. It is a mouthful, though, the name. We have the as above, so below. She's making a connection point with a celestial body, the star, as well as confirming embrace with the earth. She's touching the head of a flower, the petals of a flower, which is this person's. This could be viewed as the crown chakra or above the crown chakra, because the headline's actually right here below the petals of the flower. We can also look at this as Keter, the Hebrew mother letter Keter, which exists above the crown chakra. There are connection points here. And we even see that these three sisters rest well above the rest. They are forming a circle, but they are at the top. Okay, let's see what the card itself says. The book itself says about the card. Oh my golly. So in turning to the book, I do see that the next card, peek ahead, Wildcat. Oh, we do need to be pulling that one. That looks amazing. Okay, but we are on this one. All right. Okay, the first line, I'm just going to recap here. The Hermit. Talked about the Hermit, which I'm seeing everywhere because, guys, we are in the year of the Hermit. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. And 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 represents 2025, the year that we are currently in. Next year, 2026, will represent key 10. Because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 10. So our year card for everybody in tarot world is the Hermit this year and the World next year. They have energy. They share energy with each other. So I was very excited to exit the Strength year last year to come into the Hermit, which I think is a beautiful transition, preparing me for the Wheel of Fate. Did I say the World? Apologies if I did. The Wheel of Fate is next. All right, let's read from the book. Now is the time to retreat into the inner workings of your own being. The answers you seek can be found within your inner knowing, or the part of you that does not speak with words. You are being guided to feel your way through your situation rather than using logic or reason. You may not understand the feelings you have at first, but your soul knows and will continue to guide you to where you cannot see with your physical eyes. Now is not the time for action. This will come later. For now, be still, meditate, visualize, and spend time with yourself, preferably in nature. Pulling vision means it is time to start relying on your own knowledge and advice. Seek others for counsel, but strain the words of others through your intuition. Feel it, and try it on to see if it truly aligns with your soul. Vision guides you to go with the flow. Much like a sudden vision, you must allow your inner being to show you where it needs to go. Dreams, daydreams, and fantasies hold significant meanings during this time. That sounds like almost like a very shocking way. Like it's much like a sudden vision. You must allow your inner being to show you where it needs to go. I can feel that. I feel that. My body speaks to me. Like if I go to eat something but my stomach suddenly feels full, it's like, you don't need to eat that, that kind of thing. Now, if I listen or not is a different thing. But I can see that. And it really is about trusting that. And in much the same way that when I started to listen to my clairaudience voices, those voices became stronger and clearer. Yes, as a reader, listening to messages will help me grow the muscles to receive them. Which is, an intellectual process. We are magnificent, we humans.